with Atiku, you've seen Peter Obi meeting with Erufai, you've seen Peter. Party management is a very difficult thing, Chamberlain. And we are doing the best we can in this circumstance to navigate ourselves out of the quagmire we have found ourselves. But rest assured, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We have learned our lesson the bitter way.
We were looking at Atiku, and then you want Peter Obi there. Who's going to...
There are other names. You have had...
I'm interested in just these two.
Yes.
So what's going to happen?
Yes.
What's your plan?
One of them will concede for the other, and then we will have a direction. Our concern as a party and to these people that I've mentioned is to ensure that we salvage Nigerians from this despair and despondency, the twin maladies of hunger and poverty, and frightening insecurity in the land. You could see cluelessness and ineptitude on the part of these people managing the country. And to these people, salvaging Nigeria out of it is more important than their individual ambitions. But one thing I will tell you, the same Atiku is saying, if it is better for him to get Nigeria out of this hopelessness, he will do so. That is a statement. It means that if...
How do you mean if it's better for him?
He recently said
or letting other people contest?
He must not be in the race.
That's the PDP Deputy National Publicity Secretary Ibrahim Abdullahi granting an interview on Channels Television. He spoke on a number of issues that borders on the PDP in Nyesom Wike and how the PDP handled the last 2023 general election. According to him, the PDP made a grave mistake in 2023 general election. That's the reason why they were unable to win the election. He said the PDP has analyzed the outcome of the 2023 general election and they realized they made a huge mistake allowing Mr. P2B to leave the party. The PDP regretted seeing Mr. P2B gaining 6 million votes in another political party, and they are doing everything possible to ensure that they bring Mr. P2B back to the PDP. That is the reason why you see Mr. P2B discussing with Atiku Abubakar. P2B is having a discussion with Erufai. You know, there've been a lot of regrouping and coming together of politicians ahead of the 2027 general election. They've been using the fact that Bola Tinubu has performed abysmally to say that they want to regroup so that they can rescue Nigeria out of the quagmire of Bola Tinubu's bad administration. However, the thought of Mr. P2B discussing with Erufai ahead of 2027 general election sounds a little bit awkward because a lot of people will not see that as a possibility because of their different ideology when it comes to politics. But if there's one thing you should have understood about Nigerian politics is that there is no permanent friend and there is no permanent enemies. All that matters to politicians in Nigeria is interest, and P2B is a politician, and he has said that his interest is to ensure that Nigeria work. His interest is to ensure that Nigerians are happy in Nigeria. His interest is to ensure that he stops the structure of criminality in Nigeria. And to be able to stop the structure of criminality in Nigeria, you need to have executive power. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, whatever we are passing through in terms of economic is being done because someone has the executive power to make policies that are affecting the life of Nigerians. It is Tinubu executive power that enable him to remove the petrol subsidy. It is Tinubu executive power that enable him to buy a presidential jet when Nigerians are suffering. It is Tinubu executive power that made him to clamp down on protesters to the fact that he is sentencing 10 protesters that protested during the last Ember government protest for treason. Everything that has to do with politics that is going on in Nigeria today is made possible because someone has executive power, and those things are affecting Nigerians negatively. You want those things to be reversed positively, you need someone to have an executive power to be able to reverse it positively. That's the reason why the people that are regrouping in 2027, they are telling you that their interest is to snatch power away from Bola Tinubu so they can reverse the negative trend that is happening in Nigeria and give Nigerians a good life and good democracy. And one of such vehicle that is seen itself as being instrumental in rescuing Nigeria from Bola Tinubu is the PDP. Yes, the PDP is a powerhouse when it comes to politics in Nigeria, one of the biggest political parties in Africa. PDP had uninterrupted 16 years of power at the national level in this country. They lost the election in 2015. Ever since that happened, PDP has become a shadow of her former self. The party has gone down the drain. They could not stand up as a very credible opposition to the APC. They allowed the APC to do whatever they do, and the APC destroy all the institutions in this country. The 2023 general election was one last chance for PDP to assert herself as the biggest political party in Africa, but she failed to do the right thing and let one of her prized assets, Peter Obi, to leave the political party and join the Labour Party. PDP internal party has been more about money politics. They failed to respect their internal constitution of giving the party ticket according to regions. Since 2019, they've been allowing Atiku Abubakar to contest as the presidential candidate because they feel it is only the Northerner that has the power to deliver the presidential election to them. In 2019 presidential election, Nigerians supported PDP overwhelmingly because they wanted everything possible to end the rule of President Muhammadu Buhari. Voted overwhelmingly for PDP, and PDP secured 11 million votes. P2B was a vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar in that election. Atiku Abubakar saw it to himself that he was the one that got the 11 million vote, and he saw that he had 11 million block votes. This made him to assert himself on the party in 2023. However, the politics dynamics has changed. Nigerians were not looking towards the way of Atiku Abubakar anymore. Nigerians were gearing under Mr. P2B. They were looking towards Mr. P2B. They see Mr. P2B as the most viable option for them. They see Mr. P2B as the most competent, as someone they can trust, as someone who has a charisma, who has the track record to pull Nigeria out of the quagmire that Nigeria was heading into. Nigerians from all parts of the country went on the street and they begged PDP to hand over the presidential ticket to Mr. Peter Obi. PDP, in their small thinking mentality, did not believe that an Igbo man can win a presidential election in this country. Didn't see Mr. Peter Obi as someone that can pose a challenge to the APC-led government. They closed their eyes, selected Atiku Abubakar, and allowed Mr. Peter Obi to leave the party. That was their greatest undoing, and they are regretting that to date. They were even saying that the North will not support an Igbo man to win the election. P2B left the party, contested under Labour Party. In 6 months, he performed wonders. P2B has shown his credibility across the country. He has shown that he is not just that agolo trader from Onitsha. He has shown that he is not just the Igbo man. He has shown that he is a national leader that is loved by Nigerians from all and sundry. The 6 million block vote that was allocated to him by INEC after all the disenfranchisement, after all the vote that was stolen from him, this is what Mr. P2B has going into 2027 general election. P2B is the bride to any political party so far. Every political party will want to have P2B in their fold because they see him as someone that is loved and cherished by majority of Nigerians, especially the young ones. P2B is also aware of the strengths he has. The only politician in Nigeria right now that has massive support across the country. P2B is not a regional politician like President Muhammadu Buhari, whose block vote came from the Northwest alone. P2B's vote cut across every part of the country. He got significant votes from every region in this country. Not only did he get significant vote, he won the election square and fair, but he was regard of that election. The PDP is aware of what Mr. P2B possesses. They are no longer seeing him as that agulu trader from Onitsha. They are no longer seeing him as that Igbo man that will not be supported by those in the north. They are seeing him as a national treasure, as the only man that can help them to reclaim power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. The PDP knows, everyone knows that for them to reclaim power back from the APC in 2027, they need to bring Mr. P2B back to their fold. This is the reason why you're seeing negotiation and discussion ongoing ahead of the 2027 general election. However, P2B is in a better position because currently now he can discuss whatever merger and alliance at his own terms, unlike in 2023 that he did not even know if he would be able to pull the string he did in 2023. And he has made it clear that the only reason why he will go into alliance with any political party or any person is for the interest of Nigerians, not for state capture. Of course, we can all agree that northern politicians are desperate to have power returned back to the north, and they are doing all these things because of their selfish reasoning, because of their selfish political ambition. I always pain when a southerner is in power. They did that to President Goodluck Jonathan. They are currently doing the same thing to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That of Goodluck Jonathan is debatable because they did it out of hatred, out of envy, out of the reason that a southerner was in power. The hatred they are having towards Bola Ahmed Tinubu is understandable. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown beyond reasonable doubt that he is not a leader. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown beyond every sense of understanding that he should not be trusted with political power. He is an abysmal failure. He has ruined everything in this country. He has destroyed the economy. He is destroying every institution in this country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is busy capturing everything that is meant for this country. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are living in pain, unemployment, insecurity, high cost of living. Nigerians are going through the most excruciating pain in the history of this country. And the man at the helm of affairs does not even care or is showing any sign to remedy the situation. Rather, he's busy going around arresting people that are criticizing his government. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has turned a tyrant overnight and is making life unbearable for Nigerians. Therefore, the political gang-up coming from the north is quite understandable, and Nigerians will support them. Nigerians will do everything possible to ensure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu do not remain beyond 2027. After all, they did not vote for him in 2023. He imposed himself on the people, and I'm sure PW will equally do everything possible to ensure that real leadership is restored in this country, because whatever we are experiencing now is nothing but tyranny, dictatorship kind of leadership. However, as the bride, the creme de la creme of Nigerian politics, P2B will only do anything as long as it suits his own term and condition, and he has made it clear that that terms and condition is to rescue Nigerians from abject poverty, not for state capture. So whatever the PDP and the northern politicians are planning to do, it must be to rescue Nigerians from the quagmire that APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu has plunged them into. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.